This is a list of the types of two-dimensional shapes. So there are triangles, squares, pentagons, hexagons, heptagons, etc. But here it should be quadrilaterals, but it doesn't list them that way here. So this is a list of the different kinds of quadrilaterals. So you have the normal one, trapezoids, and then specific trapezoids. Kites, and then parallelograms, which are divided into rhombuses, rectangles, and squares. So this is a general quadrilateral, and all the features of all quadrilaterals are that they each have 4 sides and 4 interior angles. This is a trapezoid. Trapezoids consist of 2 parallel sides, and then that's the only qualification. And this is a kite. A kite consists of 2 pairs of equal sides that are adjacent to each other. And then this is a parallelogram. Parallelograms have 2 pairs of parallel sides, so these sides have to be equal. So for a rhombus, this exists of all 4 sides will have equal lengths, but the interior angles don't have to all be equal. Now for a rectangle, on the other hand, all the interior angles will be equal, which is 90 degrees, but they only have 2 pairs of opposite equal sides. And then this is a square. So a square, all the sides and all the interior angles will have equal measure. Aside from that, squares are the, quote, regular form of a quadrilateral. So a regular shape is a shape that has, where all the sides are equal. So even pentagons and hexagons can have regular shapes, but for quadrilateral, it's the square. So a unique thing about squares is that they can form a 3-dimensional shape called a cube. A cube can only be formed by 6 squares. It cannot be formed by 6 of any other quadrilateral. So real quickly, I'm going to cover the 4 types of basic, or of parallelograms. So here we have the standard parallelogram, where it has 2 opposite sides that don't have to be equal. Well, 2 opposite sides where the 2 pairs have to be equal, but they don't all have to be equal. So these 2 B's are equal, these 2 A's are equal, but the A's and the B's don't have to be equal. Also, these 2, each pair of opposite sides is parallel. So that means, because of that, these 2 angles have to be the same. These 2 angles have to be the same. Next is the rectangle. In a rectangle, all the sides are perpendicular. All adjacent sides are perpendicular, which means this side and this side are perpendicular. This side and this side are perpendicular. This side, and this side, and this side are perpendicular. Also, opposite sides have to be equal in a rectangle, so that's why there's only A and B. Because of this, these sides are also parallel, so it's still a parallelogram. Next you have the rhombus. So in a rhombus, all the sides have the same length, but they don't all have the same interior angles. So these sides will be parallel, but they don't have to have right angles. So these sides are parallel, these sides are parallel, but the interior angles are only the same at opposite interior angles. Then last you have the square. In the square, all the sides and all the angles are the same. So all the sides are perpendicular, so they all have 90-degree angles on the interior. They all have the same length. So, that's all. Thanks.